So we had big plans to go camping and build a snow cave this weekend, but apparently all of Washington just shuts down when there's a little bit of snow and the roads don't get plowed. So he's trying to bite the microphone. So we set up camp in our living room and we're just staying local this weekend, but we're still gonna film some stuff for you guys. So we're just ending our lazy morning in our living room tent here. We're gonna head out and see if we can find any open trails locally. And then when we get back, we wanted to just go through with you guys what we typically bring for a winter day hike in our packs. Cooper is so excited. Tell him. Are you excited? Crying. I want to go back to the car with the heat.
Really?
It's not clinking. It sounded cool in my head. Not as cool. I'm drinking Chambers Bay Distillery right here in Tacoma. It's so cool. So they age the bourbon in, what is it? On floating boathouses on the Puget Sound.
So Brecca's got her delicious bourbon.
Manlier than beer.
I got my juice. Rainy Days Brewing Co. in Poulsbo. And this beer is called Goat Boater, which is, I guess, what you call a kayaker. I didn't know that, so I'm learning and drinking at the same time.
Boating, son of a bitch.
I wish.
What?
I
don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So, this video, we're just gonna go through with you guys what we typically bring for a winter day hike. Okay, winter hat, obviously, we bring with us.
I always carry, I have one on my head in the winter, and then I have one in the pack just buried down there somewhere just in case something happens.
Yep, and then I have a face mask and a scarf. Do I need both? Probably not, but as I said, I like to bring way more than I need just in case, especially during the winter. In case the weather changes, you never really know what you can expect.
And I have my beard.
Yeah, he has his
so
beard.
I don't need that stuff.
Okay, so I typically wear like a t-shirt or something, and then I'll wear this warm base layer over that. And then I have a really light raincoat if I want, or if I need it. And I have a lot of things.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so I have the base layer, and then I'll wear my soft shell for most of the day. And along with that, I have my, look at him. I have my, my puffy, which is just the best, all-inclusive. I think we bring this in the summer as well. It packs up super small, it's really light, but it will keep you so warm. I've honestly never been cold if I had this and then a layer or two underneath it. So I always carry 2 pairs of gloves with me. We also have plenty of hand warmers too because my hands get freezing really quickly. So I have this pair, and then I have this wool pair that has my fingers exposed in case we're taking photos or cooking dinner or something like that. So I really like these.
I typically will have 2 pair of gloves if it's not going to be too, I don't know, too cold, then I'll have like just a nice thin pair that I'll wear when I hike. Oftentimes I'll even take those off. And then I have a thicker pair that if I'm stopped for a while or if we're setting up the tent or something, I'll wear those. If it's really cold, I would suggest mittens, because then you can have a thin layer, thin glove, and then you can put like a hand warmer, and then you go in the mitten. Keep your hands nice and warm.
If it's not a crazy amount of snow or we know the conditions a little bit, I will typically wear leggings, which is probably not best practice for the winter, but I always wear my base layer underneath my leggings, or 2 pairs of leggings on top of one another. My legs have never been cold with this, but you do have the risk of it getting wet. Leggings are not waterproof. So I always have a soft shell pair of pants in my pack. No matter what in the winter, these always come with me. Extra pairs of socks, always.
Yes, extra pair of socks, very important. Don't buy your socks from, Walmart or Target. I would say most of the things that we get, we're trying to save money, but a couple things I would say are worth spending the money on, and one of those is definitely socks. Get nice wool socks. It will make all the difference. If you have a nice pair of thick, like these right here, this is actually Cloudline, which is kind of our new favorite company for socks. They're just super nice, and I wear them when I hike and when I go to work and when I go out for a beer, so they're perfect for everything. Definitely worth the money.
So these bad boys, I started a winter hike in the Adirondacks, and I think it was -30, -20 at the trailhead. I'm not joking, I probably got 100 feet, and my feet were so cold. I didn't have the right boots. I had 2 pairs of socks and like 3 foot warmers, and that was just not doing it for me. My feet were killing me from the foot warmers, and it was just, I was freezing. I couldn't feel my toes, so I turned around that day pretty quickly, and I went and got these insulated boots. They're waterproof. It can be, I don't know, I've been out in some really cold weather with these, and my feet are almost sweating. They're so warm. So these I've been wearing these for 4 years, and because I don't typically need them unless it's pretty cold out, they've still held up, and they're in really good condition. So definitely worth the investment. They'll last you for many, many years unless you're winter hiking, every single day in the winter.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So now we're going to chat about the gear that we bring with us for each winter hike. I have a set of poles that I bring every time. Typically they're just strapped to the outside of my pack because I don't hike with them. We only use them. We've used them in the past for water crossings or something like that, where we just needed an extra hand, and they were always worth bringing when we did need them.
Yeah, I've had a couple situations where my hiking poles really came in handy in the winter. So much so that I have destroyed mine, and I haven't bought any new ones yet. But my replacement has been just like an ice axe here.
What?
This this really comes in handy. I've used it on a few occasions, but I've lent it to a couple people that I've been hiking with if they didn't have any kind of traction, and it's helped them get through some situations. So it doesn't weigh that much. It's definitely worth picking one up, and it looks cool,
Badass.
So yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, and we're climbing Mount Baker this summer as like a mountaineering trip, a guided tour. So we'll really get to use our ice axe like in the real world, in nature.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You're gonna have to learn how to self-arrest for when you go
Yeah.
flying down that thing.
That's not funny.
Okay.
That's not
A
funny.
little funny.
Also,
That book.
snowshoes. Always carry them. I said it before, and I will always say it. They're a real pain, and I hate carrying them. They're heavy and awkward, and more than I hate carrying them, I hate wearing them because they just like throw off my gait, and I just can't stand them. But you need them. I don't know how you can hike in the winter without them, and you don't want to be the asshole post-holing on the trail and making it more difficult for everybody else. So I suck it up every time. It's part of the experience, and I bring snowshoes. I feel like I should be like a bit happier, like bring the hat. I'm not happy about them, but they work and you need them.
Yes. So bring those along, but also bring a pair of micro spikes or something like that, because if you're going down the trail and it's already packed down and you're wearing those and you could be wearing these, then it's going to make your day a lot longer. So if it's already packed down and you can get away with these without, post-holing and all that, definitely these are worth it.
I've seen a lot of people online with trip reports asking, should I bring spikes? Do I need spikes? If that's a question, just bring them. They're like, how much do they weigh? A really small amount. So just throw them in your pack. It's not going to add to your weight at all, and it's always worth it to have just in case. Also, our Jetboil we bring quite often during day hikes in the winter. If we need more water, we can just melt snow really quickly in here, or we bring instant coffee if we're doing an early morning hike, or tea, or ramen, or anything. Just is the best having something warm when you're freezing.
SpaghettiOs,
Yeah.
ravioli, all the good stuff.
All the good canned things.
All major food groups.
Yeah.
Also, this is kind of a new thing for us, but you could see Brecca using it, or watching me use it in the last video. But this is our little shovel, and this could come in handy for all kinds of things. So this is super light, so this is a new addition for us that we're just going to be adding to one of the packs. We're just out there shoveling.
Every day we're shoveling. You know, get it? And goggles and sunglasses in the winter is really important. When Nick and I hiked 14er in Colorado, we both got sunburn on our eyeballs, which is the worst. If you've ever had that happen, we just looked stoned for like a week straight, and he had to go into the office. Not a good look if you're in a professional atmosphere, and it was really painful. So we're really adamant now of always bringing sunglasses and sunscreen too, even if it doesn't seem like it's that bright out or you need sunscreen in the winter. Always just put it on. It's totally worth it. And these bad boys too.
Yeah, and you look cool wearing them. Another thing that I always bring, I've actually had this in my pack for years now, is just like a bivy sack. You never know if a situation will arise, you get caught somewhere, and this little thing that weighs almost nothing could save your life.
So now we're going to chat about the food that we bring hiking with us. Mine is going to be pretty boring. I'm doing an elimination diet for, it's like just carnivore basically, so just meat, salt, water, and whiskey, I guess, sometimes. So I'm going to be putting out a video on that in a few weeks after my first month, and just kind of chat about how that I can incorporate that and make it work with an outdoor active lifestyle. So for the winter, I have literally just a bag of steak and it'll stay cold. I don't have to worry about any of that because it's so cold outside. And then I have some instant coffee to make if we get cold. And this is just powdered bone broth that I got at the grocery store. That's really good as well if I want some sort of soup thing. And this is literally just a container of ghee, which is clarified butter. So meat and butter and whiskey. That's what I bring. When I'm not doing this particular diet, I typically have like cheese and pepperoni, candy bars, combos. And I was telling Nick earlier, cheese is my most favorite to bring winter hiking because in the summer it just like sweats and gets really gross, and if it gets hot, but the winter is prime cheese eating hiking weather. So remember that.
There you go.
Can't stress it enough.
All right, well, after her, I'm going to look like a little kid. But what I take is, typically I'll take like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Those are just, I don't know, that's just the best. I will take something like this, a little candy bar. Yeah. Break your teeth on it.
Quick energy.
Yeah, quick energy. Some kind of trail mix. And then obviously just like a couple Nalgene's of water.
Yeah, and electrolytes. So for now, I'll probably just put some salt in my water to get something. And this like no salt that you can buy at the grocery store, that has a lot of potassium. But we are big fans of ZipFizz, which I think you can get just online, or Costco sells it as well. It's just little individual packets of powder, and it has a ton of electrolytes, and it has caffeine too. So we really like it. It tastes awesome.
Tastes just okay.
It tastes really good.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I like cheese.
We know you like cheese.
That's
It's
it.
pretty simple in the winter.
Bag of meat. Whiskey.
That's all you need.
All you need.
You know, we work full-time jobs during the week. It's hard to get out during the week. We save all our adventuring for the weekend. So we do certain things during the week just to, you know, keep us inspired, thinking about the mountains or whatever it is we have coming up. We're kind of all over the place. So this week, I'm reading this book. It's called The Slender Thread. And I just started it, but Brecca got it for me for Christmas. And it's I don't know about it yet, but they use a lot of big words and stuff. But it's it's good. It sounds like it'll be an interesting story. So I'll let you know. Let you know how it turns out.
Yeah, and this week I am being obsessed with maps. We're just a couple months in living in Washington, so it's just so exciting to be close to so many national parks and like beautiful areas. It's a little bit overwhelming because I have so many things that I want to do. So I like to look at all the maps and trails and plan different things, especially for the summer when the roads are a bit more accessible out there.
Yep, just this week, not any other weeks. Only this week.
I have a big list for us.
She has a big list and a big map obsession.
Yes.
We have maps all over the place, so it's a good thing.
So yeah, get your maps, people.
So if you have any suggestions for, you know, what keeps you inspired, we want to hear about it. Because we're always looking for new books or movies or documentaries or
podcasts, other YouTube channels.
Yeah, all that stuff. So share with us what you like, and we'll continue sharing what we like.
Okay, so thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Click the thumbs up and click the alarm bell too, so you can get notifications every time we post a new video.
Yep.
Every Monday.
Leave your comments.
Yes, leave a comment. Let us know all the positive things that you like about this video and none of the negative.
Of course.
Thanks, guys.
Right, thanks.
Okay, now we can go back to being miserable.
All right. This week and every